Hey, welcome back to the channel, everyone, and Happy New Year to everybody watching. By unanimous decision, which was basically no one commenting, I have decided to skip ahead to jump to the Hicanpaav Galaxy from my current one, which is going to be Galaxy 99, as a lot of people refer to. So this is the end of the prior expedition, jumping ahead. And yeah, so the Blight Redux, basically, which has already passed, but I recorded everything as I like to post it up and do some exploring in the Hicanpaav Galaxy. As I mentioned before, this is one of the galaxies that has 4 times the Lush planets, which is like paradise worlds, verdant planets, stuff like that, rainy worlds, grasslands, all that kind of stuff. Anyway, so I personally am a fan of those types of universe. So right now we're swinging over to Galaxy number 99, Hicanpaav. And as I mentioned, I have lots of saves. I just don't really ever get rid of them after I've done an expedition. And some of them I've done some work on, so I'm not sure if I'm going to continue with the Blight Redux character, Alien 4925A or whatever they're called. I just call them the Greys. They look like the gray aliens that people talk about. Anyway, we are here now, and I figured we'd do a little exploring in this episode, and then I might put up a poll that lets people elect for maybe a different save. You know, I have the last couple expeditions for sure, you know, that I could replay a character on. Anyway, I'll put that up later. So right now, I'm just kind of interested to see what's here. I think everybody lands in the same part of the Hicanpaav Galaxy at the end of the Blight Redux mission. So we'll just check out some of the worlds, but what I like to do is get into a black hole and get somewhere where no one else is really explored, as the whole, you know, cool thing about getting into a galaxy that not a lot of people can get to is that, you know, it's going to be even more worlds that haven't been hit. So jumping in with everybody else in the exact same solar system isn't as appealing. So I'm going to do my best to loop through probably a couple black holes just so I get a new part of Galaxy 99. Also updating the look of my alien, made him a little taller, a little thinner, gave him a different backpack and stuff like that. Overall, I like the way this thing looks, though. I mean, it's got the teal and orange, which I think looks pretty sharp. Alright, we're going to jump in here. I got some stuff I want to unlock, former expedition stuff, and also some of the Quicksilver items that I haven't unlocked on this account. Maybe give myself some more customizable options and whatnot too. Also kind of curious if anybody's going to be in here since we're in Galaxy number 99. I'm wondering how the hub kind of works here. If everybody from Euclid is also here. But yeah, it looks like it's probably just for people in the Hicanpaav. I'm going to go ahead and grab that black hole, and that way we can jump ahead a little bit more and find some areas of the galaxy out here that have not been so explored. Let's see where the first jump will take us.
Navigational data received.
I sent out a couple of missions off camera, so we can start making a little bit of extra cash from our freighter. That's what the little green icon freighters are. Those are actually my expeditions going out to collect some cash. Alright, so here we go. Here's the first one. And so I guess we'll go ahead and do a jump right into another part of the galaxy. I still have a couple things to do in the Blighted Expedition. Jumping to the Hicanpaav is not the last thing, so one of the things I got to do is establish a base. So I'm going to look for a nice world to set up a base in. A lot of times I like to do it on a trading post or an archive, as it already has a lot of the facilities you'll need, so you don't have to do as much work, basically, to get up a fully functional base. And, you know, there's merchants there and everything, too. Alright, so here we go. Alright, we're jumping in, and it looks like we're going to have a freighter fight right away. I like the look at the freighters here. I think these are the ones that are the Sentinel freighters, mothership ones, but that's probably my second favorite, though. I like the ones that look like Star Destroyers a lot. But either one of them, as long as they have good stats, I'll take. And I've found some pretty good freighters, too, that don't have one of those two. Like a Klingon almost or something. So it just sort of depends on the stats, really. And I'm hoping that this year, in some of the new expeditions, or some of the new patches, they're going to make it where you can upgrade your freighter from whatever class you start at up to an S class. I think that'd be cool, because people, you know, put a lot of time into the base building on the freighter, and they get more, you know, used to it and like a certain style of freighter. It'd be cool if they could all be S-class eventually. Sort of like starships now are. Alright, let's see if we can knock these out. On this fighter I have, it don't really have any upgrades per se. It's pretty much just a simple photon cannon and missiles. But I found that that's enough, really. I mean, I've taken out a ton of pirates, and it doesn't take an especially skilled person, really, to get through on a fighter starship without any upgrades. So getting upgrades just makes it way easier. Anyway, just switch your missiles as soon as you take down someone's shield and hit one Sentinel at a time. That's all you'll need to do, especially if you have a supercharged slot. So one of the things I do is I throw my photon cannon and my missiles both on a supercharged slot, because it really boosts the power of them a lot, so you can usually take out an enemy with like one shot of your missiles. As long as you hit them, taking off maybe a couple of shots with your photon cannon. Plus the fighter's just going to be more powerful anyway as far as the weapon systems go. So it doesn't, as long as you got a fighter, it doesn't really, I mean, you have to upgrade too much as far as your weapons. The only downside with these fighters is that the warp drive is so terrible on them. But most of the time I'm just going to be warping from my freighter anyway. With a couple exceptions, like doing the Galaxy swap when you're at the end of the last Blight expedition, I had to basically use my starship because of the distance, or for whatever reason. I think actually it says something about warp shielding, so I probably had to have the right upgrade to the warp drive to actually even be able to jump galaxies. So, here we go. Alright, looks like I have accidentally got into the fray with some of the Sentinels, so this is going to probably be a big pain in the ass. And I also am not going to be getting the free credit for saving this freighter now. That's one thing I'd like to see them be able to change. You can shoot a freighter a couple times in a freighter battle. You don't automatically lose everything by Sentinels. You just be like, oops, my bad. Back up, guys, it was a mistake, Here's a couple credits or something to fix your ship. Instead of like being thrust into an ending battle with the Sentinel forces. The Galaxy cops, as I call them. Alright, so I'm going to see if I can get away from the Sentinels now that I've pretty much kicked off, or finished up the freighter battle. It looks like they're following me, and I'm trying to hit my hyperdrive, but it's not working, so they're probably faster than I am right now, as this fighter is not very upgraded, so it's a little slow. Yeah, so I'm going to have to take them out, as they're catching up to me. They got a little bit better upgrades. Also, my shields are low, so let's be careful here. Now you can flip over and just upgrade your shields, but like I said, this is not real hard gameplay here. Especially with the upgrades this last year, they added in the auto-throttle feature, where you just like press the S key and it automatically tracks, the last ship that was attacking you, or the closest ship, I think. Alright, so we'll take this guy out. Hopefully we can get down to the planet. My plan right now is we'll jump down onto this grassy planet, and we can jump out and probably just either jump in the water and swim, or just evade the regular land sentinels by digging a hole or something. Those are two good ways to get rid of the heat if you're starting to get followed by sentinels. Alright, let's come over to the other side of the island. Alright, not going to be able to land in time, so I've got 4 sentinels following me. So I'm probably going to have to fight them, See if we can evade some of the shots. There we go. Alright, we'll take these guys out real quick, and then I'll try to hit the ground before the next wave comes, and then jump in the water. Alright, that one's down. That guy's without a shield, so I got him. Took out the other shields. Alright, got one more behind me. And we should have our missile up here in a second. Almost took him out. It's a little tougher than the last guy. Alright, looks like we got one more. 2 more. Wonder how that happened. Did I take out... Did they add 2? So I thought it was 4 initially. Alright, so this guy is going to be down in a second. And then we should have one more somewhere. Nope, I think that was it. Okay, so let's get on the ground, and we have 3 seconds till the local authorities show up, so we'll just jump in the water. Looks like they're coming a little early. Detected. So a little tip, just jump in the water. There's no underwater sentinels in this game yet. I wonder if they're going to add that, if there'll be like a fish-type submarine sentinel that's going to come around in 2023. Wouldn't be surprised. It'd be kind of a cool upgrade to have underwater sentinels. Alright. Got out of that situation. This planet, I don't know, man. I was looking at the grass and stuff. It's like a rust color, like a brownish red. Not real pretty. Even this is one of those night glow planets, but I just don't think it'd be as pretty. The sky is also like rust color. It's like Rust World. Alright, what is this? Paradise Planet. Nice. Let's check this out. So, as the galaxy description kind of shows, this is a lush biome, so we're going to run into paradise planets all the time, and that's one of my favorite types of world to explore when I'm not doing red planets, or red solar systems rather. Red solar systems, I'm usually looking for droids, which I'll probably do in a separate video, so that's what I normally do on my main account, is do droid searching and create like robotic refuge for farming droids. This last New Year's, I basically went to the space station on my main and just gave out free robots to people. It was kind of a fun thing to do, as everybody gets geeked out when they grab one of those four-legged robot dog-looking droids. They're really fast too, so they're actually useful to have. Alright, we'll do a little scan in here. It's interesting, like squid beetle thing I've come across. A Bircha Blausa? Not sure if I'm saying that right, but we'll just give it the best shot we can. We got some trees. Alright. Alright, so we did that. I wasn't super thrilled again. It's like a lot of red rust color stuff. I think what we're going to do is we're going to try to find another jump point, because I've noticed that this part of the galaxy has also been discovered by somebody who had the same idea I did, which is basically as soon as you get into the Hicanpaav, jump into a black hole, and I think it dumps you out in the same spot if you take the same black hole. So we're going to have to go find another black hole, and I'm going to go for one a little bit more obscure too, like a little bit more removed from a black hole that people would probably find. So we'll have to do a little bit of jumping around to see what's what. Alright, we got another world that looks like it's got covered in rust-colored vegetation. Let's see what kind of world this is real quick. Contaminated planet. Okay, not as interested. That one looks pretty good. I bet you that's some kind of swamp or lush world. Grassy planet, nice. Okay, it's got aggressive sentinels though, so I'm not super stoked about going to it right away. And then have to have another evasion of the sentinels. If we were a pirate, we would be able to get some nice stuff there. Another red world. Let's see what this one is. One thing I already miss on this account is not having the solar system scanner on my freighter yet. I haven't unlocked that on this particular account. Whereas pretty much, like, I think I have that on 3 or 4 of my other save files, where you can just go into a solar system and discover everything in one push of a button. Such a nice extra feature. But let's check out this rainy planet. Looks like the sentinels aren't super terrible. So we'll go down to Euro? Not sure exactly how to pronounce that either. But let's see what we got. Doesn't look like a lot of trees down here, so it's mostly like a grass world. What if we got glowy grass? Got something over here. Let's see if this is a good place to land. Yeah, looks like a resource depot you can hit and just like grab a bunch of resources if you don't mind killing some sentinels. Might go over and check it out. I don't know if I'm so hot on farming it and then have to deal with running away from sentinels again. I guess if it's something good, maybe. Let's see, we got a cargo drop over there. Some new ships coming in. We got a tentacle monster as a first creature. I like the bright red of this grass. It's better than the rust-colored planet we were coming from. Alright, so decided to jump out and not grab the resources there, and let's just continue getting into a spot where we can go into another black hole. Like I said, I want to try to get to a spot where the planets haven't already been discovered, and I think we're still pretty close to where everybody enters the Hicanpaav. So here we go. Here's a black hole that's a little closer to our current location, and that is probably one that not everybody's going to jump into. So we will go over here to, what is it called? Rogli? Rogli 6, and then we got Yinsar. This is kind of interesting because it's a 3-star Gek solar system. So I think we're going to go check it out real quick and see if we can find any interesting worlds before we jump over into another black hole. I like the 3-star galaxies, because you can usually find better ships and like better freighters and stuff in 3 stars. Alright, let's see what we got here for worlds again. So first worlds, this looks like it could probably be, I was going to guess radioactive. Let's see what this one is. Verdant, see? There we go. We got another Lush-style planet. It's actually really nice having so many planets that I'd like to go explore, because I never really go to like the volcanic planets or the caustic planets or radioactive ones. You know, my top 3 are probably going to Lush worlds. The second would be desert world style planets, and then probably Arctic. Those are the top 3 I usually like going to explore. And then every once in a while I'll do like the anomaly planets or redacted planets. Those can be fun. So I can tell O-Wars has got storms, but it might be the best option we have here. I'm not sure what the moon is here. We got a planet hiding behind the other one too, so I'm kind of curious to take a look and see what we got back here. It's another rust grass planet. Yeah, not a huge fan of the way those look, but it's got rings. That's kind of neat. Let's see what this one is. This is a rainy planet, so another Lush-style world. High Sentinel activity. I don't know. It's a toss-up between going to O-Wars, which I think is a cooler name, or checking out some of these. Alright, we have... Hey, we could buy some more of our fleet. We actually need to do that. And I have some cash, so I think we are going to go ahead and pick up some fleet. Alright, I'm just going to grab them all. We really don't have anything, so pretty much everything's a help. I usually try to go for like 6 combat ships, 6 trading vessels, 6 explorers, 6 of everything. And then same with support. And then I'll get, maybe 3 of the living ships, and then I'll have the one scout, a reconnaissance ship that's like the special one that you get from one of the expeditions that I unlocked. And that's pretty much what works best, because then you can pretty much get all 5 of your fleet terminals filled up and have everybody out collecting money while you're offline. Takes a long time to get up there though, and you need quite a bit of cash. Fortunately, I have some of that, so I figured this is a good way to spend it. Let's see what this one looks like. Looks like it's going to be another combat. Yep, getting lots of combat. I don't even mind taking the negative attributes ones, because eventually those go away and it gives it more time to get better stats. Alright, so I decided we're going to go check out O-Wars. Just a neat sounding name, and verdant planets are usually pretty interesting. So let's see what we got here. Alright, we got some trees on this world, which is nice, instead of just being a grass and rock-filled, rust-colored grass planet. Oh, there's something back there. I could have landed there. Let's just park it on the grass and see what we got. Doesn't look like it's a glowy grass world, but we do have some glowy palm-style trees, which I see pretty often. Let's see what we got up here. We'll unlock our language. Is this Gek world? Yeah, it's a Gek world. Or Gek solar system. Alright, we got a couple trees. Grab a couple bucks off this. I would like to upgrade the scanner a little bit more to earn better cash from exploration. Alright, curious deposits. Not sure if I want to go over and bother with that. What we got here? Some kind of dog-style creature. Looks pretty exotic. Look at the markings on that. That is pretty sweet. It's like a teal and red striped critter. I like the way it looks. With horns. Alright, getting rid of the marking. That was a mistake. Here's another pretty cool looking creature too. They got some pretty nice looking animals on this rusty grass planet. Verdant planet. We'll feed them all and see what we got. I actually like that. If it was a little bit bigger, it'd be kind of fun to ride on. I know you can modify your eggs and stuff, but I don't know. I usually like the robotic droids. And I've also gotten some eggs from people which are like flying eagle creatures or dragons that you can actually ride on. I wonder if that's modded. It must be, because I've never come across a world where the creatures that are flying like way up in the cloud area or something you can actually capture and ride. But I do like getting the eggs, and I've kept them, and I'm probably going to just seed them to my other accounts by trading them with friends, and they can trade back, you know, to different saves. Alright, I saw enough of Old Wars. It's a cool planet, but I want to get onto a whole new part of the Hicanpaav Galaxy that has not been explored by other people yet. So we'll do a little bit of a jump. And let's go up here to Rogli. Oh, it's actually Rogli 4. Alright. That's one thing about Roman numerals. You always got to stop and like look for a second to actually get the right number. You know? So the I's in front of the V, subtract 1, and V is 5. So it's 4. Alright, let's check out the new improved graphics here on the black hole. Go ahead and hit that. And I think everything looks good. I'm just checking to see if anything was broken from the former jump that I didn't notice, but I don't think we're actually getting our ship broken anymore by going through black holes, which is nice. Wow, another another Sentinel-style ship and another ship battle. Should be pretty good on destroying aliens. I mean, I got the Kill 16 pirates like right away. So we still need to go set up a base on these planets, but I'm hoping that somewhere here that we've landed we'll have a Lush-style world. And probably what I'll do is I'll look for a settlement, and I like to build my first base near a settlement. So you can do both, build a base and then also have support from, you know, different resources you get from the settlement, and have places to land and a training terminal and all that kind of stuff. Alright, we'll take out those two. Taking lots of shots from the back there. A couple of these guys that are tailing me. Take this guy out real quick. Get him with those missiles. Alright, got him that time. A couple of shield upgrades. Or recharges, I guess. Alright, two more over here. There we go. A lot of them. Okay, looks like we got at least one more. Probably two. Maybe three. Two in the distance, and I think I was getting shot by one behind me, so 3 more to go. And I wish that the squadron guys I had would take the guys that were killing me instead of just falling beside me. Alright, an Explorer. That one's down. And we got another Korvax casing. Nice. Good for getting more rapport with the Korvax. Alright, looks like we're in a Korvax system we landed in, I'm guessing, since the freighter capsule is a Korvax. And we can go check out a ship. I definitely like the style of the ship a lot better. It's bigger. It's like a full-size Sentinel than the C-Class Star Destroyer style that I have. So let's take a look and see real quick what it will cost and what the class is and all that good stuff. It's an A-class. That's a lot better than what I have. I would take it. However, I don't have the cash for it right now. And I haven't turned on cheats or anything, and I don't think I even can turn on limited cash because I'm still on the expedition. I still have to build a base till I could even have that as an option. So I'm going to have to pass on it, but honestly I want an S-class. So if I'm going to upgrade and screw up my base and everything, I'd rather do it on an S-class improvement instead of going to an A-class. S's are pretty hard to find though. I mean, honestly, I've only gotten lucky several times. Freighter easily that's an S-class without like doing extensive hunting for one. Alright, let's take a look here. We got unknown planet. It's a fungal planet. It's another red one. I wonder how far we actually moved from the galaxy. Ooh, this one looks pretty good. It's a green world. I don't see any water, but I like the rings on it, and it looks like it's probably a Lush style. Rainy planet, nice. So it is a Lush style. I'm definitely going to have to go check that out. I think first, though, let's go mark our spot here in the Hicanpaav Galaxy, and we'll go ahead and get a our portal set up so we can come warp back here anytime we want to. I like the way these aliens look. I need to get one of these travelers for like a future expedition, maybe for Expedition 9 in 2023. I'll go with one of these robotic head travelers. So, nice, okay. Got some glowing rocks, and we'll go ahead and tag ourselves here so we can come back anytime. And we also got a couple extra goodies. Alright, let's jump back out and go explore some of these different planets. Here's one too. So this is the bleak planet. I like bleak planets actually. They're pretty cool to check out. They're like my second favorite class of planet. But my first is the Lush. So we're going to go check out this rainy planet called Rito Minic 18. Alright. Probably going to rename this thing if it's a cool planet. Alright, looks like we got vegetation down there. I see trees already, which is nice. And I like that it's a green world. It's got some colorful trees too, which is nice. It's not all just green stuff. Let's find somewhere to land here. And we'll just plop it down in one of these valleys. I always like to scan around a little bit first, just to see if I can find any settlements, or trading posts or archives. I get lucky a lot with archives. So fly into a planet and like find an archive right away. Alright, here we are. Wow, look at the vegetation. This place is pretty nice. I like all the variety. You got your purple plants, your blue plants, your reds that kind of contrast against the grass. It's actually a really nice looking world. This might be a good place to go find a small colony to go ahead and be the administrator of. Wow, look at the sunset here too. So we got a blue sky and pretty sunsets. No water, which I'm okay with. I'm not really huge into doing underwater exploring. Alright, and a lot of cool looking trees. I like it here. And let's check out some of the creatures. We got some kind of Stegosaurus style giant dino. A little smaller one here with some horns on his back. Got us a Derposaurus over there with his tiny wings. Can't all be winners, I guess. Another giant stego looking thing, or Triceratops body, with a scary looking face. Look at that thing. Look at the overbite on that creature. Looks like a grass eater, but if I just looked at it the first time with those fangs, I'd be like, that's definitely carnivorous. But I guess I would be wrong in this particular case. It just likes to eat fruit with really, really sharp teeth. Okay, well, let's see what we can find here on the planet. Maybe there'll be some interesting places we can discover and maybe set up a base so we can get this Blight Redux expedition done with finally. Alright, we're going to go ahead and use one of our planetary scanners that we pulled off the station. Here we go. And see if we can find a settlement and go see if we find a good location for our first base. Alright, found something. Most of the time, it's like a 50-50 shot if the settlement's actually on the planet you're on or if it's somewhere else in the galaxy. But it looks like we lucked out on this. So that's 12 hours from here, so it won't take very long by spaceship. But it looks like we actually got it here on this planet, which is what I was hoping for. Alright, we're getting close. Let's see what we got. Oh wow, look over there to the right. We have archive right next to the settlement, and it looks like another little settlement between them. Wow, so this is like a little city area. This could be really cool to build a base on. So I really like it when you have an archive right next to a settlement, because it means you can just hop over and grab some of the rare resources you're looking for, or upload like an archive or upload a relic or something to improve it. I mean, archives are pretty useful. Plus, it's also a great place to find ships. So we're definitely, I like this place just because it has such a close proximity to an archive. It's actually not the first base I found too, right next to an archive. I have one on a former save. I don't remember if it was like Expedition 5 or 6. It might have even been 4, but I found another settlement right next to an archive, which is really nice. I think it was the one, yeah, I think it was like 2 or 3 seasons ago, and I called it Manitou, and it was like right next to, no, actually that wasn't Manitou. It was a different one, but there was one that I got that was right next to an archive. Alright, let's see what we got. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and take this settlement. Dizavi's Hole. That's not the best name for a city. We're going to have to do a little bit of name modification for this place, but I don't know who Dizavi's is, but we can keep it named Dizavi. We'll just probably call it like Dizavi's Hamlet or something, or Dizavi's Settlement or something like that. But yeah, I like this planet. It looks nice. It's not the best starting that I could have for a settlement, but I'll work on it, and eventually we'll get there. So we're going to go and create our overseer's room. It'll take a couple of seconds, and go check out some of the neighborhood here too. That looks pretty nice. Alright, so we got our overseer's room set up. I'm going to put a save terminal in here. That's just kind of from habit. You don't even really need this anymore, honestly, because it auto-saves so often. You pretty much don't need to do a manual save anymore. It's nice sometimes if you're doing something like you're using an item and you want to make sure it actually works correctly, like the one for finding settlements, and then if it doesn't, just immediately quit your game and start again. But outside of stuff like that, it's pretty much not needed anymore to have a manual save, as I think every minute it saves the game for you now, which can be nice, especially if you're on a system that crashes a lot. Alright, let's go take a little flight and we'll look around a little bit. I'd like to go over to the archive and see what we got. What I think I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and create my base on the archive. So I'll throw down a base computer up here and probably set a portal and maybe some batteries and a solar charger up, so you can just warp back here anytime from my settlement instead of like walking or driving over. Or if I want to go directly from my freighter, makes it a little bit quicker. So yeah, you also got a couple merchants here, which is nice. So makes it really nice to have the trading terminal, all the landing pads and everything too, basically. Alright, so let's go ahead and claim this archive is ours. And we can also build a road right over to the colony that we're setting up, which would be nice. Alright, let's see what we got here. We'll claim the site, and then I need to throw down a couple things to make this an uploadable base so other people can come visit as well, if they do jump into the Hicanpaav and happen to get this close to where I'm at. Alright, let's see. I'm also going to throw a couple other things I've unlocked on here. This one is just basically your previous base items, which I don't think you can use as storage, but it does have a pretty good storage capacity. It would be nice if that was like a free storage thing, but I think you can only reclaim items from it. Anyway, it's an item, or it's a thing I can place down, and I have to place down like at least 8 things. So I also unlocked this warp terminal by jumping up to the hub and using some of my salvage data. So we got that, we got some batteries and some solar panels that I unlocked on this expedition. So we'll definitely throw down a couple batteries over here. And then I need to throw some solar panels up, which I'll probably just do on the roof where everything's being covered, like what the merchants are and stuff like that, and run some cords down. One thing I've noticed recently that is a nice improvement is that on a regular basis, you know, especially the ones that are like the circular style modules, if you throw a solar panel on top, you don't have to run cords anymore. It like automatically pipes into the base that you've built your solar panels on, which I think is a nice improvement. But when you're on something like an archive or you're on a trade terminal or something where it's not your base initially, you still got to run your wires. So you can still use the wire hiding module as one of them. There we go. So we got our base completely expanded out enough now where I have, I think, 8 or more parts on it. And so that gives us that credit. And we'll go ahead and claim it. I think that actually might do it for this expedition. I think that was like one of the last things I actually need to do, except for claim my rewards. So I could probably convert over to a normal save here in a second. Alright, we did get the construction research unit finally. So we don't have to jump back up to the space station to unlock stuff anymore. At least some of the basic parts. Let's go ahead and put down another one of these solar panels. Kind of overdoing it a little bit. You really don't need this much power unless you're putting down like tons of stuff that requires it, but I figure this will charge the batteries quickly. Let's get it all connected, and then we'll run the cable down to our portal and the batteries. But that's pretty much always what I unlock first, is get your portal unlocked, get your batteries, get your solar panels unlocked. And then you can also grab one of the generators. Alright, let's see, we're going to go hook the cord onto the corner, do it on the roof over here of this merchant, and then we'll just run it across to the top over here. And then I'll run it across the walkway. Go and place it down here too. Just trying to make it look nicer in case, you know, someone actually sees the cords. It doesn't look terrible. There we go. We are now live. We can work back here. So I'll probably resave my base here in a second. I'm going to go ahead and check out everything. Looks not bad. Alright, let's go ahead and unlock this. Or I guess I don't need to, because if we save, we'll probably be fine. Alright, we've got archive and trading station uploaded. Nicer picture. And let's see. There we go. Now we should be able to come back to this part of the Hicanpaav whenever we need to. And actually got ourselves an established area. Alright, let's make sure we connect all these batteries together. Okay. Looking pretty good. I'm just going to look around a little bit and see how this planet looks now that we have our base set up here. I'm trying to think of a good spot to actually put down like a major structure. I'm thinking maybe on top of the hill between the settlement and here. Oh, wow. Alright, so we got the Master of Melody, an exotic ship that landed here. I like the way it looks. I'm going to see if I can afford it. I might have to actually trade in my fighter for it. But generally the stats on these are a little bit nicer. So he's not a great pilot. I was thinking maybe also putting him in my squadron. But I'd have to upgrade him a bunch, and it would cost a lot of nanites. So I'm going to pass on that. Taking a look at the ship. It's an S-class, obviously. I got my floating sun fighter up to an A. So I'm going to transfer everything over, and it looks like I can afford it. It's going to cost me 11,600,000, but I got 17. So I think I'm going to switch out, and then I have some parts on my freighter I could use to upgrade the actual exotic ship and make it where it doesn't totally suck on its initial stats. I think I have some X-class upgrades that I haven't used, and I've just been kind of putting in storage, since I was pretty much out of slots on the floating sun anyway. So this will be nice. It's got decent starting stats just because it is an S-class. So I'll go ahead and arrange stuff to make it work a little bit better. And let's go see what we got as far as upgrades on the ship as I smack into my own antenna. I called in my freighter right above my new settlement. So all we need to do is really get in the docking bay here and see what we got for upgrades on the ship. So have you guys done anything interesting for New Year's yet? Or have any good resolutions? You might leave a comment down below. Let me know what you guys are going to be up to in 2023. Alright, let's see what we have here. So we do have a improvement on our photon cannon. I'm going to stick that on the S-class. And I'll make some other improvements to the ship. Alright, and that is our Phase 5 expedition reward. So we got some more titles and stuff like that. And yeah, I think that completes the expedition. I'm going to go ahead and claim the overall reward for it, which is the Outlaw Cape and then 1800 Quicksilver, so you can unlock a lot of the stuff, the prior expedition rewards. And that does it. That completes the expedition for the Blighted Redux, so now I will be converted over to a regular save file. Also, I went ahead and reloaded as I noted that some of the textures weren't loading in right, so this is what the Master of Melody actually looks like. It's actually a pretty good looking ship in the orange and gold color with black. So pretty happy with finding that and having an upgrade. I'm not really a big fan of the extra long wings on these, but it's fine. It's still better than the A-class fighter I had. So upgrading the photon cannon made it shoot pretty quick too, with putting things into the supercharged slot. And I went ahead and put missiles on it too, so I'm kind of back to being the same. Alright, here's another cool looking planet. This is a verdant planet called Mine Knot. And it looks like it's like a pink color grass and blue water. Should be pretty interesting. Let's go see how this planet looks. Don't see anything about angry sentinels, so it might actually be a sentinel-free planet, which would be cool. But we'll do a little exploring and see what this looks like. Let's go down to the coast. I like to usually get close to the coast on planets that I'm exploring, so you can jump on the water and find all the underwater species if you're trying to get the 250 nanite bonus for discovering all the species on the planets. Well, that's quite a good-looking planet. Oh, it looks like a glow world too. I can tell because it's got the giant mushrooms. So this might be a real pretty planet at night. Looks like those are all globe-style mushrooms, even the small ones. So this place is going to light up after dark. And let's see what we got for different critters on it too. I like the name of this place too, Mine Knot. It's kind of catchy. Come here not to mine, but to chill out. Enjoy the light show on Mine Knot. And I actually kind of like the pink grass. It's different. I'm really interested to see what this place is going to look like after the sun goes down. I'm going to grab some carbon real quick and grab some other supplies so we can build. And let's see what our bonus is. Looks like we got oxygen out the small mushrooms, so that would be nice. Let's go and grab our word. This is a Viking system, so we get the word is. Alright, wow, look at the water too, it's beautiful. It's like almost a turquoise blue, or light blue. And it got white sand beaches. So it's quite the paradise world. Almost kind of sad that I didn't set up my base here. This is pretty nice. But I don't know, I do like the green style worlds, so especially finding it right next to that archive. That was a nice land. We'll see what we got here on Mine Knot too. Maybe we could just plop down a little base here so we can warp back anytime we want to go do some planetary exploring, or see if we can find maybe like a planetary archive or something again. Pretty shallow water, and let's see what we got for creature types. Got an underwater swimmer, it looks like, and some different fish. Okay, we'll head back over. Man, really pretty. I like the underwater part of this. This may not be the most up-to-date advanced graphics, but No Man's Sky has its moments where it has some pretty biomes and worlds and stuff. Especially considering that all this is, you know, generated by an algorithm. It's all randomly generated stuff. Alright, so we got sparse fauna, but I've seen quite a bit of it. But yeah, it's a pretty nice atmosphere. A couple more bird-type creatures. 83,000 on that pull. That wasn't too bad. Alright, we're at dusk. I've noticed that the sun doesn't go down very quick here, so I think we might be at like a pole, maybe the northern part of the planet, where we just get sunlight all the time, but it's been like dusk like this for a minute. So I might fly to another part of this planet to see if we can actually hit some actual nighttime. But even at dusk, this looks pretty cool. This turns everything to like a hot pink. Let's jump up real quick and see if we can land somewhere that's going to have a little bit darker, or a little less sunlight in the evening. So if we just go this way just a little bit, we could probably hit Here we go. This looks like it's actually dark now. Well, we got a settlement there. Nice. And it's even got a landing spot. Looks like we got a couple buildings right next to each other. Maybe an observatory near it too. Oh, I got a save spot. Might as well discover this, as every time you find one of these, you get a free navigation data, which is useful. So you can buy maps and stuff with the navigation data at the space stations. So this planet does look pretty nice at night. Got like the pink and red glowy grass, and then all the glowy mushrooms and stuff too. I guess before we go check out the inside of that, let's go see what it looks like here at night. So yeah, we got some of the glowing mushrooms. Guess we'll actually take the credit for that. Looks like this mushroom's actually got mushrooms on it too. It's a nice little feature, or a nice little touch. I don't think this one's actually glowing, but a lot of worlds I remember these being glow too. But we'll go and take the credits for it. Yeah, pretty neat. I've always been a fan of the glow style worlds, and this being like hot pink colors and stuff is kind of a unique one. And blue, got blues and oranges. Okay, let's head back up to the top and we'll see what's in the observatory. Kind of check out some of the area. But yeah, pretty neat looking world at nighttime for sure. And I love the water on it too, being kind of that turquoise. Pretty attractive. Be a good place to set up another base. But I feel like that's going to be the story here in the Hicanpaav Galaxy. Is like every single solar system is going to have some lush worlds on it that are going to be sweet. There'll just be a lot more to see. Alright, so let's see what this guy says. Got another pink Viking, like my last. Actually, he's almost got the exact same color scheme as my prior season when I was playing the pink and yellow Viking. For whatever reason, I always end up rolling like a pink Viking when I start a new season, and I have to like change it to whatever I want. But I think it's just because whatever your name is on Steam, it kind of creates like a profile off the lettering in your name. That's my theory, at least. All right, let's hand over the multi-tool and see what we get here. Just from my prior experience, usually giving a multi-tool gives you like an extra upgrade or will give you an option to buy something. That one's not very good, so I don't think I'm even going to bother grabbing it. But, you know, it's still pretty neat. But I think we're getting attacked by pirates, so we're probably going to go out and take care of them real quick. So let's do that before it blows up our ship. And this will be our first test of the Master of Melody. See how it does in a fight. And we'll try out our photon cannons on it. Yeah, works good enough. Alright, we got 4 more. This is quite a pirate raid. Start cutting our missiles in. It's a little more time effective. Alright, I think that's it. I'm going to grab some of our bonus containers. A lot of times there's some nice S-class or other upgrades in the containers from defeating the pirate ships. Alright, let's see what we got for a milestone. We got 50 starships destroyed. Or pirate ships, more like it. Actually, 60. Wow. We've been killing the crap out of those pirates. Alright, we got us another minor settlement here. And let's go check it out. Got a pretty sunrise on this too. Looks like we got a crashed freighter, got another little settlement down there, some pretty big canyons to go check out. Here we go, here's a minor settlement with a landing pad. We'll go check that out real fast. and see what they're selling inside. Sometimes you can even get a pretty nice weapon in these places if you go check out the weapon for sale. Oh, looks like we got another archive within sight. Definitely gonna have to go check that out. It's like my favorite thing to find on a planet is the planetary archive. Alright, so we got salvage data, which I always will buy, and wiring looms, as those always come in handy too. Other stuff I can pretty much start crafting after I get enough salvage data. Another nice giant mushroom here. Let's go jump on top and see what we can see from our elevated view. I really like the way that these mushrooms look on this this planet. Man, what a good view. Alright, let's go over to the archive I spotted near here. And I think we're going to go ahead and slap down a base on Mine Knot too, so I can come back anytime. As this has been one of my more favorite looking worlds that I've run into recently. Alright, and we'll just do the whole same thing. We'll throw down a base computer, we'll throw down a portal, some batteries, all that kind of good stuff. Go and claim the site. Looks like we got a storm again, so everything's covered in clouds. And go ahead and throw the portal down inside the actual archive, so we can come in here for shelter whenever. And we can use the balconies up here for this actual solar panels too, and batteries. Alright, pretty nice. And let's go down and we'll go ahead and upload our base now so other people can find it, including friends and myself. I'm just going to go and call this place Mine Knot Planetary Archive. Pretty straightforward. Mine Knot's a pretty memorable name too. Go and call our ship in. And I think we're going to go and wrap it up here, guys. So hopefully you've enjoyed this. You've been able to see a little bit of the Hicanpaav Galaxy. And let me know if you'd like to see more of the Hicanpaav with maybe another save or with a save. But I'm going to go and call it here. Happy New Year once again. And leave a comment and thumbs up. Later.